Previously on Surviving 305.
It's given, like, we all got to start from somewhere. Do I wish that it was a bigger crowd? Yeah. But I also got to keep in mind that I have bad nerves, so I'm trying to get accustomed to bigger crowds. So the more people I go around, the more crowds. And the different level of confidence that comes with it. So I'm really ecstatic, and I really fucks with everybody that popped out and showed love. Like, it gave what it gave.
Yeah, I'm right.
This is a lot. This is a lot. It's getting really messy. So
he was coming, and earlier when it was brought up, I said to you that he wasn't coming. I'm kind of confused. So why didn't you mention while we was having this argument or conversations, yo, Tay is coming, da 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 da, when I specifically told you I invited him, but he said he wasn't coming. And it's like, whatever y'all expected to get out of that, y'all ain't get it once again.
He would've, like, if you would've said, hey, lady, he's coming.
A, B, and C, then okay, the shit caught me like way off guard, and then it's like I look over to you and it's like I feel like I'm trying to be funny.
I keep my sister in the loop of things of what I got going on. I would never want her to feel like any bond that I have built with any of my friends that I just confided into them. So I do try to talk to her a lot and try to keep her just updated about me, because I'm evolving, I'm getting older, and she's not seeing that step by step. She's not seeing that step by step growth. So it's up to me to let her in.
Where you gonna be? Watch my moves. Wanna be like me? I'm in my bag and all this dough. I'm in my bag, my money don't fall. They see me shine, they want my glow. You see me shine, they want my glow. Yeah.
So it's been a weekend. I am just unwinding from everything that took place this weekend at the listening party. Vernisha, she stood us up on Sunday. Blue, like I'm here. Like, I'm all here. And I get a phone call. The lady's calling me. Nigga, what do you want?
That whole day felt like you was plotting somewhat. Cause it's like, as we spoke, and yes, I asked you the question or whatever the case, but the more we spoke about it, the more you kept revealing certain shit. And then, boom, like literally, when the EP's listening party about to finish, they pop up.
I don't really care how this turns out, but I do know that we got a whole lot to film. And I'm not the one for negative energy and negative vibes, like unnecessary shit. So me being who I am, like, I just called Jamal, just be like, yo, like, everything turned out real bad at the end. Like, yo, like, I felt like you tried to set me up.
That was the case. I know you got loyalty to him more than me or whatever the case is. But I felt like, regardless of what feelings was misunderstood or reciprocated or not, I never stopped being your friend, like, on some real shit. Like, we talk literally almost every day.
Like, I tried to explain where I was coming from, why I was aggravated when I wasn't aggravated no more. You can't have a conversation with both of y'all. Like, you feel me? And I feel like me and Jamal done crossed certain bridges that this should be nothing to cross too. Like, I'm the type of nigga that can move on from shit. I don't got time to be holding hate in my heart for none of that.
I'm like, okay, let's have this conversation and let me humble myself to have this conversation because I was wrong. That was his day. I mean, that was his day. That, you know, it was what it is. I was wrong. So at least I owe him this conversation.
See, my thing is, it's like, because I keep hearing it over and over. Blue said it to me again. Venetia said it to me again. Oh, you're not over Tay. You're not over Lay. I was just like, can y'all please stop saying that? Because it's not, I'm not wrapped up into my feelings about trying to talk to him and trying to have hope where he made it clear there is no hope.
It's no longer that. I'm not in my feelings about me and you because it's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna chase after a man that doesn't want me. Like, no, it's more so I'm at the disrespect and the loyalty and the respect.
He don't understand the level of how I have him and Tay. Tay is somebody I just met on some type of sexual love interest type shit. Me and you actually been through the mud, like been through certain things that you've helped me out of. I'd rather lose Tay than lose my friendship with you.
It's not about feelings for you. Like, that's not it. It's just like, okay, if we're going to be friends, we're going to be friends. But we're going to be friends and we're going to be respectful to each other.
I understand where Jamal is coming from with the respect aspect. I just feel as though if you're going to ask for respect, kind of just put all the cards on the table. Don't downplay your friendship with your homeboy. And then when I tell you I'm moving on how I feel, then you want to get into the nitty gritty and tell me A, B, and C. At this point, me and this nigga already had a few deep conversations that got me feeling him.
But I feel like if it was bothering you, Jamal, you could have spoke to me. Instead of, like, you could have spoke to me, bro. Like, instead of having that, you know, feeling away or whatever, you could have spoke to me. You could have said, yo, like, what's going on? Da-da-da-da. Instead of the day of my listening party.
I was wrong. I should not have gone off the way I did at your listening party because that was your moment. I accept that. And I apologize for that. But I'm not apologizing for what I said.
So it wasn't a setup at all. Now, was I playing my role as far as like, I don't know what's about to play, and I sent the cameras outside because Tay told me he was here? Yes, I did that.
It didn't seem like that because I held my shit together. The minute that man walked through that door, it threw me way off. If it was me a couple months ago, I would have got up and walked out of it.
And Tay don't have no friendship. When I met this man, it wasn't on building a friendship. It was on a sexual advance. It's like, yo, this nigga is fine. Like, let me get at him. Then we had a conversation on the 4th of July that kind of made me realize, okay, so he's not just a pretty face. He's somebody I could fuck with.
It's not even about him at this point because, bro, just keep it above. Me and him is not as cool as me and you are.
Tay would be just another nigga wasting my time. And I feel like me and you, bro, we could rock. Like, we real cool. Like, I don't feel like he's getting that. And I have to realize that he's not getting it because his feelings is still in it. And for me, my feelings haven't been, like, it was no feelings when I started it. It's time for you to let that shit go, bro. Like, at this point, let it go. We got work to do.
What led up to the incident in your party was the fact that your comment, that when you said, I just was ready to be over, it was a lot going on. And then I asked you, well, what was that? Because I felt attacked because we did argue. Like, I was the reason why you was ready for things to be over, when I was just like, I didn't start that fight.
It wasn't about, it's how you said it and how, in a manner in which you made it seem like I was the one, that you was tired, like you was ready to get it over with. Like, I needed him to understand it. This thing had nothing to do with me. This had everything to do with when you didn't like my response when I answered your question.
It wasn't about Tay. If we look at it.
You didn't start it. It's just, I don't know, like.
And I felt, and I'm being completely honest with you, I felt victimized. I was like, well, wait a minute. You argue with me all day, but I didn't start it. Like, I didn't start. So for you to feel like, oh, you was ready to get it over, I hope it wasn't because of me. Because, baby, I didn't start the fight at all. I wasn't trying to argue with you.
But it wasn't, when I asked you the question, it wasn't for an argument. It wasn't for us to get into that. I thought I could have been able to ask you that, and on some real shit, you just tell me what was really, you know? And then we just moved past it or whatever the case is. I wasn't expecting all of that.
So here we are again, me and him talking and coming to a common medium and hoping that we can move past this. Okay. We good.
Even that whole conversation, if you would have answered me straight up, I would have sat there and told you straight up that I texted him again or whatever the case is. But I would explain to you where I was coming from with that text.
Today I am popping up on motherfucking Kisha, bitch. She has been MIA. She's been MIA. Like missing in action. Whatever. That girl's not been here. She's not been around. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, haven't seen or heard text or whatever. She pops in and out of our group. It's like, girl, what's going on?
Hey,
Kisha.
what's going on? Hey, what's going on? I just got back in.
You had to come check up on the
I know, right?
Ain't seen you in a minute. Smells good in here.
Who would have thought, right? Let them know welcome and dry it out. Just a little.
She cooking. Kisha can cook. She really genuinely can throw down. Like, really can throw down. I'm like, oh, okay, Kisha.
I made it yesterday for somebody for meal prep. I already knew what it tastes like, so I know it's like fire. So you're happy about it. Just staying above float has been like crazy for me. Jamal comes over so we can kind of like chop it up, and I haven't seen him in like almost a month. Everything is so month to month for me. It's like up to here. Dealing with the store.
How was that? I saw you sent me this post with Safari in it.
Yeah, so they did not finalize all of our contracts to take over ownership.
Okay.
And they were supposed to have a certain amount. They were coming like 20 racks, but they knew the stipulations when they got in, and for whatever miraculous reason, the payments weren't due. So my mom got a letter of eviction this weekend that just passed, and of course I'm hot. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was not supposed to happen because I gave them ample amount of time to get their stuff together, and they just did not. Hey baby, remember I told you I was working? Okay, well we just don't care though.
Okay, she got the two cutest boys.
What you? This is good. I listen. You
My
said
hands are like that though.
you said you cooked. Like
My hands are like that. I got really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. My hands are blessed, right? Because I didn't cook
I love a good chicken.
my entire life. I started cooking at 31. I'm 30 plus, none of your business. So I really have these hands just like blessed from God. And it sounds cliche, right? And everybody think that they can cook, right?
No, but
There takes a certain aesthetic to please everybody at the table, right? And I got that. Whatever that means, right? And you're not gonna die when you eat my shit. So you'll be all right. You'll be able to survive. You're gonna feel fresh, like you went to the mall. You know when they say try chicken, you want to try chicken?
and this is the type of stuff I need to be eating on a daily. All right, not no crazy.
We have a couple drinks and kind of chop it up so I can see what's going on from him in the launch party.
But I came over to check up on you, girl. You've been gone. You done missed so much.
Oh my God, I know. These deals are so, as fast as I make it, as fast as it has to go. You know, it's literally like a realtor, like a new firm as a realtor, right? Because as many times as I tell people what's needed and what I do and what this, that, they still choke on the number, right? There's a choking period that I have to get past with them because everything I have, they need, right? Everything I'm giving them, they want. But there's this weird thing where people don't come in with the right budget and they don't want to pay. Coming from $1 million and making money very easily, you don't really understand what it feels like to not be able to pay your bills, right? 2 kids in 4 stores, you don't expect everything to be taken from you, like right underneath.
And then the girls was like, Kisha don't come to shit.
I know. When they get invited to all these openings and I can pay for them, they will talk. Right? Then I'll be able to. Because listen, I don't play when I go in, you know, and I like to make sure things are taken care of, and I like to be over the top, and I like to make sure shit is lit.
Yeah.
Like if it's mediocre, it's hard for me to get on it. And this, I'm not talking about this stuff. This stuff is lit. But I'm not lit right now. You know what I mean? I'm mediocre right now. With me, I never really invite anybody to my house. Like, it's kind of like my domain, and it's like our space where me and my boys. So having Jamal come to my house was different for me. So bringing him to my home, I know that there's something greater for us, and that business is like right on our horizons. I'm trying to do whatever I can as big as I can with Jamal.
I felt it. I felt when you was just like, I'm trying to get some shit together. So that's why I didn't like Kisha coming. Like, pressing you to be it, because I was like, I know I said this. I know I said this this is my expectations, but it's just like, I can't stop real life from happening.
No, I'm trying to get on some things where if I'm able to secure something a little heavier, then I can start to give you that platform, give you that look. So now it makes, I would literally carve out a space that has your time. But right now, I'm closing deals to pay my rent.
Yeah.
Every day is a struggle. Every 30 days is a bill. I got 2 kids to feed. And this is like literally surviving 305. I got the kids.
But speaking of the kids, do you have any communication with the baby daddies?
No.
The baby daddy?
No, if I went to his funeral, it'd only be to support my children. And they better hope I'm not busy. What's the truth?
Bitch, I'm gonna use that for the trailer.
There's something about consistency that does matter to me, right? The fact that Jamal showed up at my house, you know, came in, ate my food, sat down, vibed with me. We were actually having drinks like we were at like a party on a Friday night, right? That's the kind of vibe I need with like some bosses in my life.
No. If I was to go to his funeral, it's only to support my children. Only and if I'm not busy.
I was dead serious. I melted with all my. There you go. They're like, who is that nigga she talking about?
Yeah.
Because we need to. If somebody could say that for real, whatever he did must have been a lot, and he's still, you know, shucking on his merry way. But spending somebody else's money carrying purses, but it's cool. What you want me to do? I don't carry purses for a living. He does. So yeah. He said, you think you got it bad, right?
Just surviving 305.
Listen, tell me about it.
People need to understand this is not an easy city.
You see me shine, they want my glow. Yeah.
You're watching Surviving 305. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Honey, I am so excited because today is the day that we are having a brunch, honey, and everybody is getting together. Now, mind you, I haven't seen these hoes and bitches, honey. And I'm not gonna call them that because y'all might. No, I'm not gonna call them that. I haven't saw these hoes and bitches in so long, it feels like. So I'm so excited to come and just have some drinks with them, shoot the breeze, and catch up, have some fun, honey. Very sophisticated, you know.
So today I set up a nice brunch hosting for the surviving cast, the entire cast. This brunch is a partnership between Sip and Paint with Jasmine and her boyfriend, and they do this amazing Sip and Paint where you do artistry. I mean, you're actually sipping and paint. Like, I know y'all been to a Sip and Paint where you're doing and brunching. So they put brunch and then art together, and it happens every Sunday. So I'm excited about this and see everybody all back together. Despite all that what has happened, I'm like, come on y'all, let's get back together. Like, whatever. Like, it is what it is.
Like, gag, and I'm like, she said she had the Girl, it's 2 o'clock. The event started at 2. Pull up to the brunch, honey, and I'm looking around, and the people that I was looking for ain't there. Like, it's just Jamal, and then there's Jamal, and then there is Jamal. Like, girl, what everybody else said.
But you know what? I get it. We be having stuff that we got going on during the week, cause bitch, I be doing 29 different things.
I was just with her last night.
In 24 hours a day.
So I'm like,
so I get it.
Girl, but I'm waiting for everybody. I'm looking in the text messages, actually seeing where everybody is at. Ahmad's unable to attend. Blue I believe has. Here, she's calling me now.
I look in my closet.
Blue had like a little COVID scare with her boyfriend.
I read that.
Who knew she had a boyfriend?
Bitch, when she said boyfriend, I just said, oh.
So I told the whole group to block off Labor Day weekend because we have a lot in store, like a lot of possible opportunities that we could, pop out as a cast and block it off. I always let them know 2 weeks in advance because it's always good for a good pop-up. I'm down for that.
Well, it's just like me.
Yeah.
I thought she reminded me of me in some ways.
A lot of ways. a lot of ways.
I just wanted you to say a lot of ways. Yeah, bitch, because I already knew how you felt, bitch. You got a boyfriend too, Miss Thing?
Like,
word.
Girl,
okay.
A lot of ways.
As I'm getting there, as I'm robbing, the text messages are coming in slow. Where's everyone?
So I was like, oh, okay. And then Renisha, see, here's my thing.
And I look back in the chat, I see Renisha, oh, I don't have anything to wear. I'm going to the mall. Don't you have a whole catalog? Don't you have a whole boutique? Miss Thing, where's something from your boutique? This whole opportunity to show off your boutique. Miss Thing, what are you going to the mall to get something to wear and don't you have a boutique?
She had texted me right before that mall thing. She had texted me like her father. I'll read it verbatim.
Oh Lord, you know me verbatim.
I'll read it verbatim, like, cause I'm like, me, I like to. She said, okay,
be accurate.
So my daddy just surprised me with tickets to go to my alumni football game today.
Okay.
And I said, she said, I think his little girlfriend probably said she's not going to go no more, so he made it seem like he bought it for her.
My home girl, my Aquarius sister, my Aquarius twin, Vernisha, hey V, Lady V, what's T, decides to say that she is, I think, going camping. No, she's going on a field trip. No, wait. Beyonce concert. I don't know. But honey, she said that she couldn't make it at the last minute, girl. And I'm just confusion. And I don't know what to say now because I was really looking forward to seeing my girl.
So I'm like, so what are you saying? And she took forever to respond back. I said, it's looking real bad on the group for us to kind of cancel because one lady had to work. We haven't heard anything about Kisha. Ahmad pulled his hamstring. So it's like, and then I was like, okay, I knew you were coming. So Kisha said, because I met with her, I pulled up on her the other day.
Okay.
And so I asked her, I was like, are you coming? She said, yeah, I'm going to try to get there. So she said that. So, Blue got COVID.
Oh my God.
So now here's me and you. And this is the partnership. This wasn't like a,
oh my God.
This doesn't look good.
We're all on the flyer. We're expected to be there as a cast, and it's just me and Nik Nak standing outside. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, bitch.
Yeah. So, and then my thing is, even though he just surprised you with this thing, but y'all knew about this 2 weeks ago, so this should have took precedent. Because if you commit to it, but I get it. And you know what? I'm going to say this first before I say what I'm going to say second. Okay. They have been showing up to most of the things that we've been doing.
They did.
So it's a given that there are going to be some that they miss. Unfortunately, it's this one.
I'm talking with Jamal outside, and he is a little down and frustrated because he really put a lot into this. And this was an opportunity for us to build a relationship with the owners and promoters of this establishment that we were having the brunch at. But only he and I really showed up. It does make me feel some type of way that he feels like his hard work is just going unnoticed. So I'm just telling him, keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? Nothing happens to you, it happens for you.
I'll say it like that. Unfortunately, it's this one. Yeah. Let's go here because bitch, they playing Don't Break My Phone. You won't break it. You won't break it. It's not broken.
You gotta drop it low, and then you pick it up. You gotta drop it low, and then you pick it up. You gotta drop it low, and then you pick it up. You gotta drop it low, and then you pick it up. You gotta drop it low, you gotta drop it low, you gotta drop it low, and then you pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up now. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up now. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up now. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up now. But you gotta drop it low. I like how she move it. When she drop it low, she look so good. She pick it up, she throw it back right on me. I can't fight temptation. The way she move and shake it. She drop it low, she pick it up, she shake it, shake it, shake it. Move. You gotta drop.
So I haven't been out in a while, and when Jamal invited me to Sunday brunch the next day, we were on such a high. I said, "Fuck it, let's go out the next day." Like, you know when you meet an old friend, you haven't seen him in a while, and you're like, "Let's go on tour." So I'm like, boom. I decided to go to brunch the next day. I put on a little hot pick number. I show up semi on time, and the party's lit. I'm so happy I went.
So we're in the brunch, we're having a good time because I really don't need 5, 10, 20 people to turn up with. I can make whatever work.
So I get a text message and I'm seeing Kisha's pulling up. I'm like, okay, great. Ain't seen Kisha. Thank God she's finally making it to something. Welcome, girl.
City done came out.
So I walk in, and for whatever reason, I only see Nik Nak and Jamal. So I'm confused, because I know that we have a soundtrack coming out for Surviving 305. I know a couple of the cast members are singers and rappers, and they were implementing songs for that brand. When I walk in, there's only 2 people there. It's only a limited time that you're gonna get somebody that actually does what they say they're gonna do. An opportunity like this for Survivor 305 and just to be able to put on this platform is so epic. I can only do my business and make money, but I cannot pivot myself like Jamal's doing for me. With me just coming in right now and having everything cookie cutter, all I gotta do is show up and put on a show. The rest of them, if they didn't show up, that's their business.
Lit. You know, I was cool with Nik Nak and Kisha there because, you know, I just didn't feel like all the negativeness of everybody else or all the excuses. Like, listen, if you don't want to do business, you don't want to do business. If you don't want these opportunities, you don't want these opportunities. You don't want to be seen, you don't want to be seen. That's on you. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to seize every opportunity that I got and I'm going to make it work.
You bitches change like the weather. Why I stay in my zone? Ignore when you call my phone. Yes, I'm the king of the boss. I turn my frequency up. This ain't even your league. You hoes ain't doing enough.
Brunch is done, honey, and now it's time to go to the mall, spend a little cash. You know what I'm saying? And then make it right back because I'm hosting tonight at a party. Yeah.
Cause bad bitches on the go. Let's run that bag. A boss nigga in control. Look who doing that. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Where we going next? Kisha wanna ride or whatever. Like me and Nik Nak got a booking that night, so he was looking for get some shorts. So we go to the mall. And we gonna go shopping at the mall. Right after brunch, we good and drunk and lit. And just having a whole catch-up moment.
You see me shine, they want my glow.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Okay. Pick it up, Miami pick it up, pick it up.
My high school shape, girl. My high school body, girl.
Not the high school shade.
Yeah, girl.
So we get to the mall. Kisha, she lit, girl. She trying to figure out how to find parking. She said she had another place to go to, girl. Keisha ditched us, honey. She was just like, okay, I'll meet you at the mall, but never came. Like, girl, okay. But that's fine, because I'm catching up to Nik Nak, and we doing some shopping.
Bitch, and I'm a very time-conscious person, bitch. I don't time waits for no one.
The whole blue and Lay and all that situation, like the meeting?
Oh, when I was in my car on the way and they called me 20 minutes after the fact, well, text me. Keep up, son. And was like, oh, we're rescheduling. So that's where we left it off, and they have not yet rescheduled. So when they do that, bitch, we can record some music. I think H&M is up here.
That is crazy.
I didn't say anything, because, you know, I'm on this journey of things don't happen to you, they happen for you.
Okay.
And so, girl, maybe it was for the good of me. You understand?
And you know, I've been very hands-off.
You have been.
I was like, you know what, Nik Nak, Lay, I want y'all to create this track.
Some lyrics to that, like, I'm just surviving, we just surviving, living in the 305. I'm just surviving, we just surviving, living in the 305, and yeah. Like to that beat.
I'm just surviving.
We just surviving.
Yeah. This whole project.
Yeah.
So, but now we getting down to the wire. It's like, okay, what's the process?
Yeah.
Like, how's it coming along?
Yeah.
But I haven't heard anything.
I don't speak much because there's not a lot to speak about since I'm not like 100% in control of facilitating it.
Okay.
I could take a lead, but I lead every day. I don't come in this environment, bitch, to motherfucking lead. I come to be me and to partner with people who are also being them.
But ideally, that's what this whole circle is about, though.
Yeah.
It's like we're all leaders. We're all go-getters. Well, supposedly.
Correct.
Go-getters.
We are, supposedly.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm questioning it.
We are. So we do, as humans, when you wake up and you realize certain stuff, those little things that bother you and prevent you from achieving what you need to, you fix those things when you wake up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so if people are slow to waking up, maybe that's the reason for the connection, for them to be guided and helped and assisted to wake up. You understand what I'm saying? Because procrastination,
a lot of that,
it prevents people from being great. I saw in the chat that Vernisha said that she was not pleased with some things at the studio where she had her class. What was that? What was that given?
So, I had monkeypox, so I couldn't really be there to oversee everything. Okay. Because I would have been there early. Whenever I go to Samaria's shop, I go to her studio, it's always clean.
So Jamal and we're catching up as we're walking through the mall, honey, and he shared with me some things that has been happening that I have missed. Like, Vernisha wanting her money back from a studio that she booked to her first, comeback. We about to dance and get our, choreography steps in. She didn't like the venue. I think it was like dirty or small or not clean.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you got it.
It's never an issue. Like for me when I go. Excuse me, where your shorts? Your shorts?
Shorts?
Yeah.
Depends what type.
Particularly the Hoochie Daddy shorts. Do y'all sell those? Did that make you uncomfortable? My bad.
No, they
appreciate you.
Thank you.
So, Samaria had an event. I'll do it, girl.
Sitting here talking, and me and Nik Nak just really getting into depth about everything and how I'm feeling and how I'm moving forward, and not trying to rehash any old feelings of things and backslide. I'm trying to elevate forward. So I was explaining to him about what happened with the Vernisha.
Samaria had an event the same weekend. And she didn't clean up after her event. Because, it's her stop her studio. And then we sent the deposit 2 weeks prior, so she knew about this. So then she texted me. She said, okay, wait, when is your... I said, it's at 2 o'clock. She said, why did I thought it was at 7 tonight? No, honey, the booking's at 2.
Okay.
So she was there rummaging and getting all her stuff together. Just so that way it can look presentable. But she's not used to me bringing these type of clientele to her.
Okay.
She's used to ballroom girls,
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I am.
And no shade to the ballroom girls, but she's used to a different type of, we'll take what we can get.
Okay.
So Venetia was highly upset. She called me. I said, honey, I was just the middleman. But she also never went and checked out the venue as well.
And how the studio wasn't ready, she was upset with me. And it was just like, Miss Thing, you had every opportunity. Yes, I referred you, but I was the middleman between that booking.
Okay. So, but her going to check it out ain't got nothing to do with it being clean.
Exactly. And when I told you, I said, you know what, you have a valid point.
Yeah.
When you were there, you could have simply asked for, well, are you compensating me? Because I literally was just the middleman.
Yeah. Honey, you should have went and checked it out for yourself. Yes, I sent you pictures because that's what it normally looks like when I book it. But it didn't look like that when you book it. Yeah, so you should have took it up with the owner. So she should have, she should have said something right there and then.
I literally took the money from one Cash App to the next Cash App.
This short.
And showed her, like, oh, okay, this is, this what it was.
Yeah. This is the type of short I'm talking about.
This is cute, and I think I'm gonna give me a pair.
But I need an extra small.
And just for that tank top right there.
I need an extra small, bitch. I need it hugging.
Do you want to shape the show?
My high school shade.
Girl, high school
for the reunion.
You ain't been high school. You ain't been high school for a very long time.
Girl, excuse me, girl. It was 4 years ago. Girl, I was in high school, bitch.
But all in all, she was just like, well, what's her phone number? She was just like, I would like a refund. I said, well, I'll be gladly to pass you her phone number.
Correct.
Because you could have gladly asked that when you were there.
Some valid reasons that I want my money back. And Jamal's upset because she asked him, and he's like, well, girl, you didn't pay me. You paid this lady, so that's who you need to talk to. And I was just trying to help him to understand, okay, well, I get where she's coming from, but it sounds like you handled it well based off of what he told me.
I was home in bed with monkeypox.
She could have, but you know, son,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it this way. You're right.
Yeah.
She could have done exactly that in the moment.
Yeah.
As a professional, you want to just go on with the show.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, yeah, there is something that potentially could have been said then.
Yeah. And I don't want to say I felt responsible.
No, you're not.
Okay.
I understand. I was the middleman, and if I'm giving you a booking, it was right. However, that moment, I do apologize on that behalf because it never looked like that when I booked it. But other than that, if you wanted a refund, you should have said something to her then.
Yeah, I just felt like, I completely
You were the
sympathize
connection.
and I understand what you're. Right, I was just a connect.
Correct. Middleman.
Yeah, the middleman. And then she went inside with this. Oh, this is where we're dancing. Like she was just like, oh, this is kind of
gonna be
small.
bigger?
Yeah, she thought it was gonna be bigger. And I sent her pictures and videos and all that different sites.
Now this is extra small, bitch.
How was your partner?
He's fine. He at home.
Yeah.
He works tomorrow, so I got to try to find something to do with him today.
Okay.
To
How's that balance
balance all
with
the shit
all
out.
this that we're doing, all this Nik Nak London, the ballroom?
This is the private girl. Like she's so private. I don't never know anything about what's going on in her relationship, and she keeps it that way. And I get it.
I don't know. I haven't had a conversation to make sure he understands what's happening for us both.
Okay.
But so I don't know if I can say he's being a trooper because he'd probably just be quiet and just seeing what it's gonna give. But this has always been me.
Right.
I've always been this bitch since 15.
Yeah.
Bitch, I was in the clubs at 15. Bitch, I won my first pageant at 15. So I've always been that girl. And at 22, I said 23 earlier.
Yeah.
So at 23. Girl, keep on your lie. So girl, it's not a lie. I don't care who get confused, girl. But at this 23, Miss Thing, not a lie.
Yeah. I needed this because, bitch, I ain't seen you in forever. So let me tell you how I showed my ass at Lay's listening party.
Please, because I saw in the group chat where people were talking about I talked to Blue the other day and she was like, she hate it happened. And I didn't ask questions because I'm like, I'm not gonna ask you, just tell me what happened. Bitch.
Yeah, I know. I knew. I'm at a place to where though I'm done talking about the situation, but I have to say where I was wrong. Yeah, it wasn't the right time, the right place. It was the build up. Me and him had been going at it tit for tat all day, but I didn't wake up in the morning like, oh, I want to argue with Lay and ruin his day. Like,
okay,
this was his listening party.
Because they said, bitch, it was ruined.
It was over at the time.
So Jamal is catching me up, honey, about the listening party that Lay had. And from what I am hearing, he showed his white ass, honey. Yes, because we don't blame black people. Well, he showed his white ass because he learned it from them on TV, honey. Why is this man cutting up at a listening party?
It wasn't my best moment. It wasn't my best professional moment.
Okay.
At that moment. So, but me and him talked. He called. He literally said, I knew your petty ass was not going to call me. I was like, oh, wow, you know me.
Okay, it was the white producers of all those other reality shows, honey, that told him it was okay to cut up at a listening party.
And it's not intentionally to be petty. It's just, I'm at a place where it's though, like, yeah, we were personal and I was trying to go to business and I'm in that weird awkward space because it all fell out. So now it's like, I just want to I'm tiptoeing around to his own, because his actions may trigger me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go there no more.
All seriousness, it sounds like we are back at this Lay and Tay thing. And the fact that it rhymes should have been a red flag enough for Jamal to say, you know what, I'm gonna put my deuces up because we can't keep talking about Lay and Tay and Jamal in the middle. That Lay, y'all got it. Y'all catch on quick.
Yeah, so now I'm at a place where I don't think I can be his manager.
So Blue and I were speaking the other day and she was mentioning how like it feels like the dynamic of the group is kind of breaking up a little bit, and she didn't specifically allude to you being the blame, but I was like, well, that's my son. I'm going to speak to him because he appreciates my perspective on a lot of things.
So Nik Nak mentions dynamic of the group is starting to break apart. And I understand where he's coming from that. Like, I mean, ever since the listening party, it has been very quiet and distant because it's just kind of like, I see select individuals pulling back because they're not used to all this.
Because that's not the purpose of us getting together as a group. No. We were brought together for a reason. We have work that needs to be done, and the dynamic must stay the same, right?
Absolutely.
And it's important for us to maintain the relationships that we have with one another. So if, you know, somebody is getting ahead of themselves, I'm not gonna say it's, well, emotionally ahead of themselves, and allowing that to impact what's important, then there needs to be a conversation.
Absolutely.
Like, I get it. And your reality is your reality. So stick into it. Stick into it. Like I keep saying over and over and over again, I'm a real bitch. And I'm staying in the mud with everything that I say and everything that I do.
Because I don't think it should go there.
No.
And I don't think it should go there.
And that's what, and I appreciate that you're saying that, is because I felt like it was going there, but I did not, in the whole heat of the moment, I said things when I was angry, but I didn't act on them. Like, I didn't remove him from the chat. He left from the chat.
Correct.
And then he was added back to the chat.
Right.
And then once we talked, I finally told him, I said, I wasn't gonna remove you from this whole project. Like, you're already so invested into it.
Lay is pulling back because I put him in the hot seat. You know, I raised up or I bossed up on him. Like, I mean, it is what it is. When you sign onto a project such as this, you know what you're getting into. So don't pull back. It's more like tighten up.
Leader, and what type of person am I to remove you from this whole project if all because I'm in my feelings? So, but we're actually good. Okay. Like, we're really good. Like,
y'all are good.
He called, we talked.
29.
We can coexist. He's coming on Monday to my hosting.
Oh, these.
So it's like, we're
These
good.
are it right here, bitch.
Those are one.
Because this is what we are. This is what we do. This is our reality. This is what we want to push through. This is what we're going to do. We're going to push through. But I know as the center of this group, I have to sometimes wear the bigger hat, be the boss, conversations, and have some conversations that I don't want to have, or bite the bullet or take the bullet just so that way things can move forward. So I understand and I appreciate me and Nik Nak's banter together and our friendship, because it's like I needed that just to kind of like mend it. Be the business professional that I want to be the example that I want to be. So if I have to fix this dynamic of this group, I have to do what I have to do.
I like it. Honestly, I feel like this is what pushes me.
Push you for what though?
My business, to push it harder.
But how is pushing you?
This is what the show is about.
But how is pushing you and you ain't even like, I would feel like you should be like bam, bam, bam with your inventory then. And you not bam, bam, bam with your inventory. So how can the show push you and you not delivering or giving like shit to the people?
So here you have this one right here. This is with stuffed bell peppers and basmati.
Yeah, young dough. I'm in my bag and all this dough. I'm in my bag, my money don't fall. They see me shine, they want my glow. They watch my moves, they wanna know. What you gon' do? Where you gon' be? Watch my moves. Wanna be like me? They want my glow. Yeah. They looking for me, I'm up in my bag. Don't work in retail, but I got the racks. I'm schooling these niggas.